such a good passer, and that vision also helped him recognize when that defense was overcommitted. So Nolly, excellent vision. We'll see if he can keep bringing that level of play into game 3.
And not to mention the read that his teammates have on Nolly. They know, it feels like they know where he's going to go, even without him having to communicate. They know that he's going to give it up to them and that he's going to set them up perfectly. And that trust is really important, especially in those tight quarter passes. Here comes Complexity, though, right off the rip, trying to get their first early lead here in this series, in a game at least, as that one ricochets off of Chronic and the defense having to settle.
And Complexity is going to be quite disappointed there. They had the 3v1 for a moment. You could see the ball wasn't collected cleanly. That was a scoring chance there for Complexity. They let that one go. So far, Gen.G's been doing all the early scoring. AJG, his own corner. Apparently Jack trying to get a bump from behind. AJG getting some help from RazeBull. Nolly side flip. Staying in the play. Little pop pass up to Jack. Jack getting denied by CRR. Chronic. Lovely touch to control it. Flip reset, but that's shut down by RazeBull. CRR off the ceiling. We'll get it over to RazeBull, who gets a long clear. Chance to reset for Complexity, but it's boomed back.
Both up.
Jack and Nolly both up. Nolly ceiling pass to Chronic, and Chronic will score. It goes from a double commit for Gen.G, worrying about a counterattack, to simply a goal.
And it's not like people didn't have boost here, but AJG turns around and tries to challenge backwards. The challenge was late anyways, and I think the defense was stunned that that play even materialized after the double commit. Shambles on the side of Complexity there on the defense. I don't know. I can't even explain to you what happened. It was so slow.
Well, I think Complexity was just a little bit surprised as well, because normally in a double commit like that, Chronic's not going to commit. You won't send the third player, because then you are so vulnerable if you lose that 50. But Chronic says, no, I believe in the recovery of my teammates. They calmed it early enough, even though they both jumped. I'm going for this shot, and it worked out. But now another shot, this time from Complexity. That one saved by Nolly. Jack going for net, hits off the post, rebound. Will be blocked out. Complexity. They're trying to keep their head above the water right now. And now a fake! And a deflection, rather, from CRR. Gen.G, they are bringing everything out.
CRR with 3 saves already, keeping his team in this one, as Gen.G have been putting on the hurt. RazeBull met at the top of the ceiling, as this one played over by apparently Jack. Complexity, they have not shown the same offense that they had in the previous games. Even in game 2, felt like they had Gen.G's number in some points. And now look at this touch from Chronic, just forcing the defense back. Look at all this boost that CR has to use, and Gen.G are trying to hold on to it. That wasn't the best touch. Goes back to AJG. Here it comes out to RazeBull. Chronic's challenge will deny the attack.
Nolly getting the boom upfield. Now we'll rotate out. A miss from CRR. Complexity, you can tell, are having a challenging time trying to read what Gen.G is going to do, but RazeBull reading it well enough, getting the equalizer.
And I love this from CRR and RazeBull, finding each other downfield. You beat Nolly to the ball. All you had to do was get a touch off the ceiling just to keep it going for your offense, and good things happen with RazeBull under the ball there. Great touch from him to put it home, and you get yourself an equalizer.
Fantastic decision as well from CRR to go for the ceiling pass, seeing that challenge come in from Nolly. Ceiling pass incredibly effective. This one's going to be a tough ball to handle for Chronic, but does so brilliantly, and the shot is going to be set high. AJG had the chance to put Complexity ahead and missed the mark.
And CRR also had a big opportunity there. The shot was well off, but the ball just came out a little bit too far, and he couldn't get himself around to get the angle. And we'll see the final minute and a half. Complexity, again, it feels like for a moment, getting into that next gear, trying to get their offense going. It takes them about half a game, it feels like, to really see the full presence of the offense. But when it's there, it's brilliant. They just can't find that consistency so far in this series.
A low challenge. RazeBull open net if he can pinch it in. It gets away from him. RazeBull, it was another challenging play. Still on the ball. Down to the ground. RazeBull does it all.
He's playing free play. He steals the boost away, and off the ceiling, apparently Jack had to wait for him to come down. Nolly can do nothing about it. Placement matters. The far post it is, and Complexity in the lead.
Raise bull! Oh man, that was like a bull in a china shop. Knocking everything over, especially the Gen.G defense, but now the response!
How did they save the Nolly shot? This was like a negative angle from Nolly, and somehow they made the save, but it wasn't enough. It came out to apparently Jack, and Gen.G respond back here with 53 seconds.
And you're so right, Krilla. That shot from Nolly, I can't believe they blocked it. Nolly is having the series of his life at the moment, or so it seems. That was unbelievable that he put that on target, forcing the rebound. Both teams fighting tooth and nail. Apparently Jack getting the bump, and that shot saved, and it's bounced up by AJG. Nolly going for the double tap off the backboard. Still on the goal line, AJG keeping it out. Gen.G throwing punch after punch, and that one almost landing. Rebound up to Chronic. Chronic weak shot, and it's cleared out to the corner. Complexity survived for now.
CRR's got 5 saves by himself, now 10 for Complexity overall, and Gen.G one last try as Chronic trying to get a hold of this one. A last bounce as it pops in front of the box. Nolly trying to put it on target. Complexity trying to stay alive, but apparently Jack, the slow shot won't go through, and somehow Complexity get to an overtime.
Oh, my heart is beating out of my chest. Complexity, they have a chance to win it. The pressure was overwhelming from Gen.G. They just needed a few more seconds on attack, but they're picking up right where they left off. Ball out to the middle. AJG couldn't get the touch he was hoping for. Now Nolly popping it up to himself. Chronic will move in. Gets it past Raise Bull. Apparently Jack double tap ball going in, but CRR saves it.
Number 7 for CRR, and another attack coming. 16 shots for Gen.G. The 17th will go through. It's Chronic to save the day.
That was a Gen.G barrage. And finally, Gen.G hitting their target 36 seconds rather, into overtime. And a stunning finish. That one was maybe the most exciting finish we've seen to a game this year. How much action, nonstop action we had leading up to the overtime, and then in that overtime. That was that left me speechless.